But NBA, you're at Denny's with RDR. He's rubbing food all over his face. Was he on drugs?
No. It looked like he was just he'd been drinking Tito's and taking his rat dick dabs, as he says.
Why does he like Tito's?
At that restaurant?
I think he likes vodka because it just burns. I think he likes that. Denny's the restaurant.
Yeah.
Inside. Oh shit.
Yeah, we're inside.
What did he order out of curiosity other than gravy?
He ordered himself a breakfast burger. But on the side he got a chicken fried steak, and he threw that on top of it with the gravy. He had about a bottle of Cholula hot sauce with it.
Disgusting.
And 2 orders of fries.
That's a big budget for a rat dick video.
Yeah, when we went to that same Denny's, I think, with him, that downtown Denny's for the eviction video, he got, I remember a ton of ranch dressings or something.
Oh, he got the ranch, too.
And he also, he just threw up immediately after the meal. So just everything is performance for him. Hey, how's it going? This is Miles. We'll introduce this guy later.
Yeah, later on. You can sit you sit on the couch, hang out.
So he just gets way too much food. Most of it ends up on his face.
Yeah.
Where's the night go from there, NBA?
He did throw up. He did throw up the food that he ate too.
Okay, that's
before we left.
So he does that. He's been bulimic-ish for a while now.
I've been trying to tell him that it's not the way to go for losing weight or
I would know
being a healthy human or feeling good at all. But
destroys your teeth.
Yeah, it destroys you.
Okay, so he threw up his meal. And does he shower before he goes out to the rave after rubbing it all over him?
No, not at all. I did tell him. I did force him to go to the bathroom and to clean up. Or just to clean up himself, his face, his hands. And then from there, we headed straight to the rave.
Oh my God!
It was about 12:30 or so.
That's about the time those things are getting started. I heard.
Yeah.
So what was his outfit like? I'm just trying to imagine.
It was probably the same outfit that he wore when he was here.
Probably the Ride the Lightning Metallica shirt, the one you kicked his ass in, Fez.
Yeah, the same one.
The idea of, for me, if I go out in a situation where there's women and there's a party and I haven't brushed my teeth for a couple hours, I feel self-conscious.
Yeah.
Let alone having a bunch of ranch dressing and chicken fried steak on my face.
Yeah. If I don't have gum in my pocket and I'm out at a bar, I have anxiety.
Yes. Did he have anxiety though at the rave?
No, he looked like he was in his elements. So we came, he immediately banged on the door. Very sketchy guy walked out, opened up the door, said, "We're not even open yet. The rave starts at 2."
Oh my God!
So I think he just wanted to go in there and get his fix.
Right.
At the rave, they had their whippets, they had their illicit drugs, cocaine.
They just sell it openly.
I'm not sure about the cocaine, but the whippets, just openly.
Wow.
And,
Some asshole's calling me with my food. 1 second. Keep telling the story.
And we get in. He immediately buys what he wants to get, of course. And I told him before we got in the rave, I said, "Hey, Rat Dick, if you're doing coke or any drugs, I'm leaving. I'm not trying to hang out with you if you're doing that." We immediately get in. He immediately does a little key bump, and he starts going crazy. We get kicked out of like the bar area, kind of, where he's like, if you're not buying anything, you gotta wait in the waiting room. So I'm like, okay, sure. I hear that once. I'm kind of over doing my own thing, talking with some of the sound, like the audio guys. I met some of them. They're actually pretty cool there. They all know Rat Dick though,
That's crazy.
Every time this guy's here, something happens.
Really?
He's touching girls' asses. He's really doing all of this.
Oh my God!
He's not joking or anything.
The ass touching was real.
Yes,
I'm not surprised. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to ask, and I'm sorry if this already was said, but what was the attitude of the staff toward RDR when he rolls in?
They knew that he was trouble. Immediately, he had made some money streaming that Thursday, I think, like a decent amount. So he was happy to go out and spend his money. And they were asking him "Hey, you got some money this time, man?" And totally being just enforcers, I guess.
So he seemed like he was on thin ice when it came to that rave.
It seemed like he was on thin ice. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then how was his interactions with women?
We got there pretty early, so there wasn't that many women there. But I'm not sure if he even interacted with any. He got kicked out within 25 to 30 minutes of us being there.
Did he already tell what happened?
No.
No, he basically, what was he doing when he came in? What got him kicked out so quickly?
He made a beeline to pick up his Coke. Immediately.
Where do you buy Coke in there?
Did about 2 or 4 balloons, just straight over the counter from a guy. Really.
Wow.
It wasn't-
Wow.
Good service.
Oh, I saw the video too. He was picking up balloons and just inhaled on them. He got kicked out by the staff, some Mexican lady and a few black guys just kicking him out.
Wow.
So the balloons are whippets.
Yeah.
They're laughing
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's laughing gas. They sell them balloons.
So after promising you he wasn't going to be on drugs that night, he goes right to the corner of the rave where you can buy drugs and starts doing whippets and blow.
Yes, immediately.
And
All right.
This is the reason why he's not here. Right? Guys, we can't bring Rat Dick around the pod right now while he's completely out of his mind on coke. I don't think it's the right thing to do. He's going to maybe kill himself if he takes the wrong coke. We're all worried about that. Don't know what to do really. I mean, can we put him? We can't put him in rehab. All right,
Put him in jail. They'll take
we
away
could do
his
that.
looks.
We could call the cops. Man.
We are going to talk more about his dog saga, but I want to hear some from NBA. So it sounds like you're allowed to buy these drugs. What about Rat Dick doing them in the rave was problematic?
He'd been drinking a lot before, and I think he just came in like on a bender. And
He came in hot.
yeah, he was gonna crash out at some point. I mean, he was immediately got in, spent like $100 and something dollars.
Jesus.
On the coke and whippets. Then
God.
I like left the area that he was buying the stuff at, just kind of hanging out with like the audio guys. And he ended up calling me over, like, hey, can you come over, hang out, like we can like hang out in here and stuff. And I was like, man, I'm not trying to be around you when you're like you're like that. So I like hung up on him.
I wonder what kind of conversations you and him would have had in that state. Like, do you think you would have grown as a person after talking to Rat Dick?
No, not at all. And I think he was just surrounded by a bunch of like suspicious characters too. The people at these raves are odd.
It was shady.
Yeah, very very shady, especially there at 12:30.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like
it starts.
it didn't feel like being at a bar in Santa Monica, for instance.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Sure. So when does Rat Dick get kicked out?
So about 5 or 10 minutes after our conversation, I start hearing some commotion in the other room, and I'm helping set up some like the audio and like the lights for the rave. I just get into like talking to one of the guys
Wow.
and helping him like put up some lights.
That was nice of you.
Then,
Was he a little
tall.
guy?
Yeah, he was a
Was
little
he
guy.
5'2"? Guy's like, hey, sir, I couldn't help but notice you really have quite the physique and stature. String these lights.
Put me to work.
He didn't want to take his ladder. He didn't want to take the ladder out. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's
And
like,
sometimes the lighting guy gets laid, but if he's got to pull out the ladder and set up the LED lights, he's not getting any pussy.
nobody likes that, dude.
So you're you're like, oh shit, I got to help my boy. And he's like, hey, get back here. And then he fucking can't reach. But then so you run over to Rat Dick. What's happening?
So by the time I get over to Rad Dick, he's already being like escorted out of the building. I like don't even see him like walk out. I heard a loud bang before this too. I think he might have thrown something at the wall or
I already
thrown
know
up
that
or something, or-
I believe I got a video of like a clip of this moment, and you know that high pitched noise he makes.
Yeah,
He was hitting the laughing gas and going like,
yeah.
and they were
Everybody
just like-
hates that noise.
and they wanted to kill him. It looked like they wanted to kill him.
Yeah, when he does his laugh, he thinks his Joker laugh is like, endearing. And then he also has the whine he does when he's doing his shit videos. And both of those noises are just so repellent.
They're horrific.
They're awful, dude. There was probably a guy who was working security at that place who is not an American citizen.
Yeah.
And he killed people in some conflict in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
And he heard that whine, and he's like, this man must leave now.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then the writing was on the wall. Rat Dick had to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And if he fought back, Rat Dick was going to get his neck snapped. And
Yeah.
thankfully that didn't happen.
It's so strange that Rat Dick always finds his place in society, though. The rave is a place where he could probably go back next week. They might give him another shot.
I doubt it. I've heard he's 86, but let's hear more here.
if he's buying coke, I think that they might let him in.
That's what
Wow.
I'm saying, dude.
If he's buying, they seem just like drug dealers. Honestly,
That's
they seem like
probably
they
what it
know
is.
that Rad Dick needs his fix sometimes, and they're willing to give it to him.
So when he got kicked out, how did that look? Did he go quietly?
No,
Or was he
no,
whining the whole time?
It wasn't. So we got kicked out of like the back entrance. At this point, there's like 10 guys like behind him, like kicking him out. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna walk out there and try to. All right, everyone, calm down. Or try to.
He's
handle
cool.
it.
I can vouch for him. All right, he's a good guy.
After what he did, but so I go back. It's like the main room for a second, and then I hear some more commotion, right? And he's back right outside of the right outside of like the entrance, banging on the door, telling him like, man, I'm cool, man. Just let me in. I'll be chill. I'll be chill. His shirt is off for some reason. I'm not sure when that happened.
And he's streaming all of this, right?
I think he might have stopped the stream at this point.
Well,
he didn't have his phone in his
The
hand.
Eastern European guy said he was going to slit his fucking throat if he didn't turn it up.
Seriously, I'm sure.
So I yell at him like rat dick, or one of the guys told me like yo, he's not cool here anymore. Like please tell him to get out of here. Like we're gonna like call the police on him. Like he's bringing a lot of heat here, like yelling and shit.
The Rave.
So
The Rave.
It's a good point, Fez. That might have been an empty threat from the illegal drug dealing Rave.
I think it was for sure.
Yeah.
And then so he was like outside, like on the sidewalk yelling. I'm like, rat dick, like you have to go right now. Like you're too. He was just too fucked up.
Yeah.
Like he had been taking his coke, doing his whippets, an insane amount. He'd been drinking a decent amount before that too.
And was this his, because we know the bender lasted for at least 4 days, maybe 5 last weekend. He went from Thursday to Sunday, and then he was doing blow on Monday here. To your knowledge, NBA, had he continued that party through the week?
I'm not sure.
Absolutely.
He said that he had not been to the rave.
Fez thinks he definitely was continuing that fucking party.
He said that he hadn't been to the rave
But
since before.
Do you think he was buying drugs off the street and just getting fucked up in his car?
He definitely was. It's all on camera. He's been streaming himself do it like every day.
So he's been doing hard drugs for maybe the last 8 or 9 days in a row.
Dude, yeah, he's just been doing like car lines. He's been waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning and just ripping coke like first thing in the morning.
I'm really afraid he's gonna die, bro.